some reason I cannot.
Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits, and some of this content may be adult in nature, so please use discretion while watching with your children.
That was a mouthful.
We're live.
Good morning! Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. Sorry, that's that backed away.
Wow.
I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
I think my headphones are just a little loud. And I had a tooth pulled.
You want me to turn your headphones down a bit?
No, it's all right.
Okay. I can talk like this,
No, we're good.
the entire time. Yes. I don't know why. That would be bad. It's okay.
Yeah, I think I do need them tuned down.
No.
Close the door. Who I was before.
And I see for the first time all I'm meant to be. And I feel all the love you give through the nails you took for me.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
Yes.
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
Hello, Steve. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too.
So, I still need to turn your highs up on that microphone a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
He's a little high today.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really.
No.
I bet you was. I
No.
bet you was. They didn't get you anything.
Novocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I got some Tylenol 3s,
Yeah.
but not very many of them.
Oh man. Yeah, you got to spread those out.
Yeah.
But not when you're hurting like you were.
No, they're just for when, so it got so painful that I was losing my composure. Like I couldn't keep my composure.
Sorry, I was looking at the
So-
title you put on YouTube was The Morning.
Oh, did I? So I was
And
rolling
welcome
around
to the
and
morning.
on my
So-
bed and not crying, but not feeling very good.
No, you were having a pretty rough go of it.
Yeah, yeah. So this morning I woke up at 2 about in that same condition after having my tooth pulled, and so I took a pain pill then.
Yeah, because you
And
don't like
then-
taking them unless
And
you
I was up till
absolutely
4:30 and before it all really took enough effect that I could go back to sleep. So I went to bed at 4:30 again.
have to. Nice.
Went back to bed at 4:30. And so this morning I just didn't take a Tylenol 3. I just took my regular medicine.
But that's,
Well, they make me sick too.
yeah.
They make me feel
Well, yeah.
drunk,
They,
which is something I don't like.
yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, it's
Hungover. They
it's
make me feel hungover.
they got codeine in them,
Which
Right.
makes me feel hungover, not drunk.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is not good. I mean,
Yeah.
today
It's
we're
the sick
talking
part of
about
drunk.
purpose.
Poipus.
But they do help with the extreme part of the pain.
Yeah,
So that's what I
I
take.
should have brought my my sermon manuscript with me, but
Yeah, that would have been good. I mean,
I
that
actually-
would have helped.
I actually kept.
You actually probably remember it.
Yeah. Now the
'Cause
sermon.
you talked about Joseph.
Yeah,
One of my favorite stories.
Old Testament Joseph, not New Testament.
Right.
Not Jesus' stepdad.
Mom gave me a bathrobe of many colors and told me the story about Joseph.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
That's how my mom taught us.
Wow, I never.
She was an Old
That was
Testament gal, though. So really, we grew up with a lot of guilt and shame. But I think that was the right move. I think,
Well,
because it's not until you know you need a savior that you look for one.
and that's one of the things that I mentioned in my sermon was that the first thing how do I find purpose? Well, the first thing you need to do is realize that you need Jesus. Realize you need a savior. That's step one. Good morning, Steve Schultz. Take him with food, Jay. That's what Steve said.
Oh yeah.
It has to be soft food.
Yeah, it does. have to
Speaking
be
of purpose, man, I made a meatloaf last night.
so- ooh, I can imagine.
Nice.
It was a 3-pounder, so that way, I didn't know if Barney was going to like it or not because Barney's kind of a picky eater.
He
Like-
liked it,
He did. He ate 2 big old pieces of it.
and he ate a sandwich
Yeah,
before I would.
Well, you know what that means.
yeah, he sandwiched it up. Well, I mean, it's good. I mean, I used extra lean well, as lean as I could find ground
Right.
beef. The way Dad used to make it, though, is he made it with
I
ground
had
turkey.
some of his before he died. Not long before he died, and it was like Mom's.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good.
So good.
Oh my goodness.
So,
You know, and that's a weird thing. Food is such a powerful trigger for memory of our
Oh, yeah.
loved ones, especially in our close family, like parents who cook for us. You know what I mean? The things we learn to love, or our the things that are our favorite that they make. For some reason, it gets embedded. You know, and you might have 100 people try 3 different meatloafs, and the one that we love because our parents made it that way isn't the one anybody else chooses. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
But
it's
for us,
true.
there is nothing that can compare to that. And
Just
isn't
like
it?
my father
So is
loves
maybe
spaghetti.
there a love for another person in your life so powerful that something they do for you, like cook,
yeah.
is better than anything else you can have? That you can't get something better. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I
And
wonder, is it the relationship that
like
makes
with
it that
me,
way?
with me, it's Dad's quesadillas.
Right.
He also used to make these things, tortilla pizzas. He would
you
instead
know,
of
you wouldn't want to give that stuff to Dave Ramsey. You know what I mean?
yeah
Can you imagine him
yeah.
on that
You mean
stuff?
you mean
But
Gordon
then you're-
Ramsay?
Yeah, Gordon, yeah. But then you're like, you will, but I'm sure he wouldn't want to say it either because I bet those chefs understand that stuff
Yeah,
because that's how it is for them too.
They had
It's
to
gotta
get
be.
they had to get where they are somewhere somehow.
yeah. Well, good morning, Susan Burrows. Long time no see,
Susan Burrows.
but she's still a top fan.
yes, she is. She loves you guys.
Yeah, well,
Don't
we
you,
love
Susan?
her. We love you, Susan.
Yes, we missed you.
So today we talk about purpose. There is a purpose for what we're talking about today.
There's a purpose for food.
Steve Schultz says, "My wife makes good meatloaf."
Okay.
Sorry, that's me.
My father-in-law makes excellent spaghetti. He has this.
Aw.
It's a secret ingredient for the sauce. But most people that he's for our church, for example, he did this. We did a spaghetti dinner for the youth, and these women are like. These women are like, so where'd you get the sauce? What store did you get that at? He said it's made by Kraft. His last name is Kraft. And he goes, what? Kraft is making a sauce like this?
I love good meatloaf. There's good meatloaf. And okay, so with Dad, it was so everything that he made, like even if it was a boxed dinner of some sort, he would always add to it. I'm gonna, dadify it. It's my own recipe. Dad would say. Speaking of which, I'm wearing one of his shirts today.
And you look very good.
So you could see, like a lot of people could see, you probably remember Dad wearing this shirt. A lot of people, he wore this at church a lot. This was one of his favorite shirts, and it feels pretty good. Feels pretty good on the old skin here, the bones. So, mashed taters and corn, Steve Schultz says.
Oh, yeah.
Morning, Becky Green.
Morning, Becky.
So let me see what I got here.
Yeah, you know what? I've had mashed. You mean, Steve? Are you talking about mashed potatoes and corn together, like throwing it together, or just separate? Because I've done both.
So let me see what I got here. You all right there, Jay?
Yeah.
Tooth hurting?
It hurts to talk, I'm sure.
So I got my whole sermon right here.
All right. See, you pulled it up.
I'm okay.
It's good.
I have it on everything. Well, no, this isn't.
That's not your actual manuscript.
No, well, it's on a flash drive. It's on my. Pastor Paul was like, "You got to get you a flash drive." Morning, Misty Prince. Got to get you a flash drive and carry it around with you because you never know when you're going to need one.
Thank you for that reminder, because I'm going to need one. I mean, I've got one. I
Yeah.
just need to make sure I carry it.
Yeah. Make sure you don't put it with the key because you don't remember where it's at. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to give you a hard time about it.
I know. You know what? That means you love me.
Becky says she's hungry. No, but it will be but it will be together after you eat it, Steve.
Oh, got
Yeah.
it. I didn't get, for some reason, I didn't get that. So
Excuse me.
Well, you're probably on your own.
no, I'm not on my watch party. I don't.
You're
I
not
can't-
on your watch, Purdy?
No, I can't get
Morning,
one.
everybody.
For some reason, it's my turn. I can't get one.
Yeah.
Such great
So-
viewers.
Maybe it's because of my new phone here.
So I got a tapestry for my office, and it's too small.
Oh,
You know,
man.
it's not like as tall as the one
I'm
at my
hungry
other.
too, Becky.
You know, a meatloaf sandwich for breakfast would have been a good idea.
Oh, now see, hey,
I
there we
can't
go.
Meatloaf
I
is a
can't
soft food,
really, yeah, it is. It
It
is.
can be soft, yeah.
and that stuff is tender.
But not until the first 24 hours is over for something I think that substantial. Right now, it's still pudding and
Soupy bread.
soup soaked bread is what it's called.
So it's bread pudding,
It was good.
There's
and that's your homemade bread.
Yeah, and
Well, we call it oops bread.
yeah.
there's the
And the reason we call it oops bread is because Jay bought these yeast rolls that rise that you're supposed to let rise before you cook them, right? They're
Yeah,
frozen. Well, they were hidden underneath some bags and stuff on the
dryer.
one year, and he found it. It was the bag was swelled up and getting ready to explode. And so he cut it open, which I'm sure was really fun.
That one popped. I'd never let it get that far again.
And cut it into 2 different pieces, and he made 2 loaves of bread out of it. And I tell you what,
Well, at that time too, I didn't know actually how long to bake it, so it was kind of a process of.
so it rose
Trial and
before
error.
before your time.
It rose before its time. It sure did.
Yeah.
Got eaten before its time too.
yeah, so good because you had it for Thanksgiving. It was going to be for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and then we forgot about it. And now that's how we do it. You just get it and set it out for a while. Whenever it swells
Yeah,
up,
just
you
put
open it.
just put it on the dryer. You'll be good.
Oh yeah, it works.
Just put it in the dryer. you
Well,
know?
and the dryer wasn't running, so it was just on the dryer, which is a nice place for it to get heat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
In the
You don't
kitchen.
have
It was
to
in
put
the
it
center
in
of
the
the
dryer.
house.
You can put it on top of the dryer. You know what? I'm going to try that. No,
You should. You should. It's a great way to make
You know,
bread, and it
I
makes
want to get
beautiful
one of
loaves
those
of
bread
bread.
makers because I can make some healthy like wheat bread.
Yeah.
You know-
Whole grain bread, which are actually best. They're
You know
so good.
those bread makers where you put all the ingredients in and turn it on, and it does the whole where it stirs it and kneads it and then it lets it rest, and it's like programmed. You like figure out what kind of bread you want.
I'm
and you
surprised
put
it's
it
not
in
on
there.
my.
And but of course, all your bread has a hole through the middle of it because of that paddle. Whenever it finally stops mixing, stops kneading, and then lets it set, of course, you got to take the beater out of it after the bread is done. So you just set it
I should look for the whole grain.
and forget it.
They have whole grain yeast rolls.
Yeah, whole
Yes,
grain.
they
is good.
do.
I think I saw them.
I
Last
guess
week.
there are certain stores that carry a lot more than just white bread. They carry more of the other than
You
they
can
do
have
the white
mashed
bread.
taters, Jay. Steve says.
Yeah, I almost did that last night. And you can have rice. Rice is a little too grainy at this
Yeah,
point.
I would
rice-
try.
Early for that.
I would say my meatloaf is more soft and tender than that rice. Like it literally would melt in your mouth.
I feel like a baby still.
No,
It's
no,
just
no,
a
no, no,
wuss.
no. Mashed taters is good. Oh,
No, nobody
pudding.
here thinks you're a wuss. We understand completely. Everybody,
I was-
everybody under the sound of our voices and in this room would not call you a baby for having a problem with your toothache.
If you'd have seen
Believe
me,
me.
if you'd have seen me, what was it?
Sunday?
What is today? Sunday.
This is Tuesday.
Boy, Sunday I was. Oh,
Oh yeah,
That's why you were out of here.
That's
so
why
fast.
told
I
you.
was in my bedroom, nearly crying.
that's why I
was
told you
just-
here.
oh
Go,
my
go,
goodness.
go get that fixed.
It's weird because it had been hurting me for a long, long time and bothering me because it was
Exposed
really pretty
nerve.
bad.
Your tooth was cracked open.
But
and the
it
nerve was
finally
exposed.
got to where it had reached my threshold, and I was like, "Oh, I just like couldn't keep it together."
Yeah.
So I was like, "I've got," and you, thank you.
Well, I don't like seeing you that. I mean, for you, and for those of you who don't know, Jay's threshold for pain is really high.
Yeah, I'm the guy who whacks his finger full on with a hammer and goes, "Ow," and then keeps hammering.
yeah. This
like,
is a guy that
like we did Sunday. Man, they're getting pretty hefty with those.
Oh,
hammers.
yeah.
Bang, bang,
That's kind of bragging. Though. I don't think,
It's not braggy. No, it's just, I mean, you have a high threshold for pain. So what we're trying to explain is, like, since it was above your threshold,
it was pretty painful.
that's pretty bad.
And you could see the whole nerve exposed right in the center of
Yeah.
where
Wow.
the tooth had been broken
That makes my teeth hurt just thinking about it.
You saw it. I showed it
Yeah.
to you.
It looks like somebody took a rope saw.
Remember the content, so you're
And I
good
was
with the
telling-
Well, no, I
disclaimer,
felt
so-
that in my mouth.
So it was fused
Like-
to the bone because the dentist said you must be a grinder, a grinder that grinds your teeth,
yeah.
And she said that tends to fuse the teeth to the bone. And man, she was in there just chiseling away, pounding. And I mean, I'm going like this. She's putting so much pressure in there. She's got the tool, right? She's got the tool in my face,
Okay.
putting her weight on it like
Oh, yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah. Like my dentist, even when
Wow.
he's pulled some teeth back there, it's like hands shaking, and it's like you can feel, it feels like they're about to rip your jaw.
Yeah, and I'm like, are you going to break my jaw? I had to sign a paper saying sometimes your jaw breaks and all this stuff in these processes. Well, because I went to them before to have a tooth removed too, and the dentist, he was an experienced dentist, an older gentleman, and he had to get some special tools to pry the whatever it is that comes off the roots off my jaw all the way down to where it turns underneath your face, underneath your chin.
Don't get dry, shocker, Jay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I was afraid at 2:00 this morning. I was afraid that maybe I had done that.
And then he
I
said,
talked-
shock it.
Then I talked myself down and said, you just had a tooth ripped out of your face. You're hurting because of
Yeah,
that.
a dry socket,
You
you
know,
would know.
when I told you guys earlier
I had
when
it
I was
last
in
time.
boot camp and they took my molar out, the wisdom tooth back here. I'll tell you what, I'm like, why is it, man, that, they're really yanking on that thing. Found out I had 3 roots.
Yeah.
And that's why it was extra painful and extra hard.
Johnny Rooster says, OCH. Oh!
What happened?
We need to play video, but
Oh.
I got to set it up.
Oh. You want to switch?
We need to switch.
Hey, I've had my
That's all right.
face right on that. Am I staying over there when I go over there?
Yep,
We're going to do a switcheroo here, folks, so hang on tight.
Just a real quick switcheroo.
It's not complete without doing this.
Your effects, sir. Look, I don't know how you do this. I would be so tangled in all these wires. It's ridiculous.
Well, All right, so I
You're
need to
not
turn.
as restless as I am.
I'm glad it wasn't BO for me while you switched. I did shower,
I'm back.
Jay. I really
so
did.
there's going to be a sound problem now. Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would definitely hurt my face. Whew.
Do you need?
Oh, I need my headphones turned way down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit.
It
Just a
even
tiny bit
sounds like
more, a
it.
little bit more, a 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 little bit more.
Sounds
That's
like
good.
a-
That's good. That's
sounds
good
like
right
a
there.
skipping record.
Yeah.
A little bit more, a little
Yeah.
more.
Oh, so I don't feel very good. Honestly, I don't.
Well, all right.
We don't have another show after this. do
How's
we?
this? Is this okay? This is going to have to work. All right, so
Yeah, when mixing food, Becky Green says, Becky Green says, it goes to the same place. It does my belly.
got in my belly.
Boy, my bud's in my face, though. Oh, I sure do love to eat. You
Yes,
know?
you do.
You're switching your diet to soft foods, and you're like, what can I eat? And it's not the stuff I would eat.
And the food at
I
church.
like a little crunch. Oh, yeah. They're feeding us well at church.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, by the way.
All right, so
Come to Northwest Baptist. Check out our, what is it called? The
Northwest
coffee
Church. Oh,
shop?
yeah, Holy Ground.
Holy Grounds Coffee Shop.
Oh, yeah.
And
Real quick.
breakfast bar.
Real
Oh,
quick,
yeah.
we're gonna. This is a word from one of our sponsors,
Yeah?
and it's Tiffany Kirk, and she is talking about OCH.
Am I going to see it here?
You will see it, but you'll have to turn your volume up in order to hear it. So
It
yeah,
won't be on our headphones?
no, because we don't have it. It will go through that, but not this.
All right, let's hear it.
All right,
Let's see
so here's a word from our sponsor.
She's fun. I might say that she sings a lot.
Well, the song I sing all the time is Jolene. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene,
And Tiffany is someone who lives life to the fullest.
Jolene.
When she says that she cares about her patients, she's not joking. There's been multiple times when she's learned about a need of a patient or their family, and she's either taken care of that herself or has reached out and made contacts to see that whatever that need is, whether it's food or whatever situation it is, that's taken care of. And I think that, makes a difference there, and just that she's involved with them. I hear that from the patients at the front desk that I really like her because she listens to me. I've never had anyone just listen to me before.
All right, we are back. Thank you for that.
OCH Clinic, Marshfield, Missouri.
Yep.
Tiffany Kirk. So she's a doctor.
She is a
Nurse practitioner.
nurse practitioner, which is not actually a doctor.
They're like a
No.
step
Below.
below. I don't
Right.
say step down, step below.
Put this like this.
Hands-on,
I've had a lot
involved.
of MPs in my life lately.
You know, thank you, Johnny. That is a really great little thing you put together there. That's enjoyable. Makes you want to go there.
Yeah, it does.
And that's what it's supposed to do. And you should go. Check her out. Support the people that support us.
So you're hearing that noise?
Yes.
Jay needs a wambulance. Yes, I do. Oh, I do need a wambulance so bad. Brat.
Ben Wagner, good morning. God is faithful, praying that Jay will feel better.
Becky's brat. By the way, I just want to announce that live on.
I
live.
actually
Becky,
saw
Becky
that.
loves you though.
She says
I
I
s-
need a wambulance.
I saw that. I saw that comment like a while ago.
You didn't say
Need
it.
a wambulance. Good
Shock it.
going, Becky.
Yeah, shock it. Oh, my shock it hurts.
I thought it was fun. Yeah.
Shock it.
I'm gonna have a whistle
Shock it.
now when
This
I
is your
talk.
friend Sean Connery.
I'm gonna
talking.
be whistling everywhere I
Don't
talk.
get a dry shock it.
No, don't do that. Mm-mm.
You'll be the last one.
I am the last.
Hey, the
shock
plant
it.
looks bad. What?
What?
Oh, it's got a few leaves
weeping,
dying
weeping.
on it.
That's
Well,
That
that's
one
a
looks
sad-looking
great.
plant.
This is fake. No,
Ah.
that one's fake.
That's why it looks so lively. That one just looks like it needs a funeral.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard to get them in. We don't get a lot of sunlight in this building.
Not now. We don't.
No.
Not in this building.
No.
No.
But
What
we're
a blessing to be
getting
here.
it.
But yeah, blessing to be here.
Oh, that's not a touch screen.
Well, you and I will talk
Steve.
later, but for some reason, I'm not getting all the. I'm getting some of the comments, but not all.
You know, we're talking about purpose, and I want to mention this because, okay, there's two things. We have a church for Acts Ministry Church, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dr. Paul, the day I showed up, he put me to work,
Yeah.
gave me a purpose
Yeah.
in the church that kept me coming. As an alcoholic, I need to stay in service and to consider God's purpose for me and what he wants in my life, and to give me wisdom every day to see it and courage to do it. And the day I showed up, Dr. Paul put me to work, and I'm thankful to God for him and for what he did for me. And also, Northwest Baptist Church is another great place to find. Now, Acts Ministry Church is not every Sunday thing, but for Northwest Baptist is. And so if you're looking for a church where you can show up, if you're not sure of your purpose, you're not sure of what your gift is, where you're most effective in the church and in the world, come to Northwest Baptist Church, because you can show up there, volunteer to help, you know, and somebody will have some. If you see a need, just get in there and help, because there's a really important part to that where purpose can be found, and you can find something that can be an integral part of your life, where you're doing a work for the Lord, and the dividends on that are massive, are incredibly massive. Like, so we had a couple weeks ago, everybody showed up to do this Sunday thing, and we were putting together this green screen and all that. And there was I don't know how many, 6, 7, 8, 10 people, all just getting in there, and anything that they saw needed to be done, they dove in there and started working. The leadership in our church just naturally took leadership roles and were given good direction where it was needed, which wasn't even needed much. But they were testing equipment and relaying and communicating. Communicating was amazing to see. And all the people, even young people, teenagers, preteen, were getting involved and doing a work at the church and having purpose. Because their purpose there that day I saw. And it's a beautiful thing to do. Now come to Northwest Baptist Church on Sunday. Show up. You can sit in the parking lot if you're concerned about the COVID if you have those COVID concerns. You can come. What time is it?
8:30.
8:30.
8:30 on Sunday mornings, and you can sit in the parking lot, tune into our FM station, and we're broadcasting on FM, and you can hear the sermon there. Yeah.
During the Bible study, the group Bible study,
Sunday school.
Sunday school is broadcast over that FM.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Cool.
Sunday school. You can stay for Sunday school, but then also we have church where you can come in. You can meet us. You can shake hands with us. Well, as long as you use sanitizer and wear a mask.
That's right.
We-
Fist bump, high five, whatever.
Look, and I'm not a great hugger. I'm not a hugger. I'm kind of a big bubble guy. Matt's a hugger, though.
Yes.
If you come in there and you really need a hug, come talk to Matt for a little while. Look, you'll get the hug. And if you don't want the Matt's a great guy. Come and talk to him. He's a pastor. You can see his service from last Sunday. You can get the Connect Group. What is that guide? Listening guide. You can go through the sermon with a group of people who are showing up either virtually or at an actual location where they all meet and join together for the Connect groups. Great things happening at
And
Northwest
then
Baptist Church.
Rachel and I I'm now the children's minister there, children's pastor, children's minister. And even though we don't have a lot of kids right now, I already
How did that happen?
How did what happen?
That you became that?
Well, thanks to Matt and you,
So you showed up
I showed up. That's
and you
what I
found
did.
purpose there. You found a
Becky
great place
says,
to
and You do a
serve.
great job, Jay.
What's that?
Becky says, and you do a great job, Jay.
Well, thank
And
you.
Larry says, we are thankful for you, Jay. You took a lot off of Pastor Paul's shoulders.
Yeah, we had a pastor who was doing literally, Pastor and Larry, and there were a small group who were doing everything with the church, and they were pushing and grinding every Sunday.
Oh, man.
And it's just overwhelming for them, and it's too much. It's more than they should have to do. But they were doing it because they have a purpose.
And I will say this, and as far as children's ministry, we've been involved in children's ministry alone almost together 25 years. And really, this is the first time we've ever felt a real
Sanctified soldier.
Larry does have a purpose
Hey.
at Northwest Baptist, and one of his purposes is he never gave up on us. He always let us know over the years that there was a place for us there, that they wanted us and that they needed us, which is a great feeling when somebody says, listen, we need you. We want you here. And so if you're wondering about purpose, for me, 10 years ago, purpose and meaning in life
My son
was like, what? I didn't know there was such a thing to have.
Tanner or Jordan? Sanctified soldier, I think, is probably going to be Tanner.
I would think so.
But I don't know.
Yeah, you might be surprised. You could get
He said,
surprised.
hey, yo. I said, hi there. And then I said, oh, hello, whoever you are. And he says, your son.
We have new people coming in on Sunday, too, into the church.
I noticed that.
Yeah. New people that haven't been there, I think.
Tan.
Is that right, Matt?
Say what?
We've been having some new people who haven't been there before at church.
Yeah.
So you can come and be new.
Ashley Mills told me that she was going to try to bring the kids. She said pretty soon that they're going to bring the kids and stuff. So
Start being part of the Sunday school for
Part
children.
of the gang.
And what age group do you serve?
I think it's anywhere from maybe kindergarten, first grade, all the way up to 5th grade. Because do you have a 6th grade through 8th grade as far as youth, or is it 6th grade still?
I don't know.
I think there's
part
two
me
children's
have
Sunday
this.
schools and an adult. So
There's
there's
the
just two
youth.
age groups.
Yeah, there's the youth, and I just assumed it was
And
6th
there's the
through
teenage.
6th through 12th grade.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Preteen. Anyway, that's as far as I know. That's where our level is. But we got great things in store, and I just really appreciate Pastor Paul and
Great
what
things.
he's done. And I feel that this is the strongest purpose that Rachel and I have had in a long time.
And you know what's really funny is we started talking about purpose and didn't even realize it. I mean, that's what our show is about today is purpose.
Yeah. And what about so now purpose doesn't always mean joy and comfort and pleasure. Along the way, there's been a lot of pain and suffering, a lot of failures and difficulties that we've had to just overcome and continue the pursuit of God's will.
A lot of times your purpose
finding
isn't
purpose.
known to you until after the fact.
Yeah.
It's true.
You know, and
And it doesn't always mean it's a specific thing.
No,
Sometimes it means you being there to do something.
yeah. Like, yeah, and it could be for 5 seconds. Your
Yeah.
purpose could be for 5 seconds worth of something.
A few words that you have to give to somebody in
Smile,
a difficult
a high
time in
five,
their
a
life
handshake,
can turn that life around, and that life will take a completely different direction
a high five
than
to
it
the face.
would have without your few concerned words.
And with my friend Cindy Flowers, she's helped me find purpose. I've helped her find her purpose.
And your
To
wife, I'm
encourage
sure,
one
is-
another, right?
Yeah.
Encouraging one another is everybody's purpose. You can come in and see somebody struggling and have a few kind words, and you're serving the purpose that God has given
Love
all
the
of
Lord
us.
your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. Those are the two most important commandments.
Yep. The Word of God is powerful,
Yeah.
and at Northwest Baptist we teach it.
And I'll tell you what, I can't wait to hear Pastor Paul when he starts doing the nailing it down for the spiritual gifts.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
What a great idea.
Tanner says
Nail
the
it down.
purpose allows you to get through it all when the purpose is Christ. And yes, keep your eyes focused on Christ. And you'll start to, if you start to veer off or whatever, don't take your eyes off of Christ, because he'll line you right back up and edge you back into your lane.
God's work is in the margins too, in the wake.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're doing what you're there for, and you're having your focus on your purpose for the tasks in hand, and you're headed in the direction you know you're supposed to be. And then God works in the margins. Like somebody years later might come up to you and say, you know, something you did changed my life. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
And it's at an event where you had no idea that
you were
that's what you were
serving
doing.
in your mind another purpose that you saw as your own purpose, but God used you for a completely different purpose while you were there.
Yeah.
So
And
God's
don't buy
purpose-
into the atheist stuff, and don't buy into this scientific spirituality that's going around.
Exactly.
They're plagiarizing God and the Holy Spirit and using it for their own purpose to mislead and misguide you.
100%.
Listen, the reason these powerful, well-studied, well-learned atheists are now saying, I am spiritual, but I don't believe in God, is because the fact is there is a God, and they can't honestly, and these are honest people that are, you know, not all atheists are just evil people trying to work against God. Atheists are people that say they don't believe, but what it really is they're saying that something's keeping them from knowing God. And that absence in their life of God's presence that they create, they know he's there, but he's at a distance from them. And so they're saying, hey, you know, I believe in spirituality. Listen, they talk about science. The brain works in a way that testifies of God's presence. Why is it that someone with faith who seeks God, the God of Israel, with all their heart, finds God and the Holy Spirit and the to be more and more relevant in everything? God becomes included in everything in their life, and they find it more. Listen, the scientists would tell you that the brain uses your experience in all of your life, and excludes instantly all the things that don't apply and then applies all the things that it knows you need to complete that task and get through it and to be effective and to come out better at the end than you were at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
If the brain works that way, why is it people with a little bit of faith, that faith grows and grows and grows, and the brain that they say works that way brings God into everything? It wouldn't bring God into everything if they're right about what they say,
Amen.
if there wasn't something relevant about it that needs to be included in everything. The brain doesn't work that way. That's what
Right.
they say. That's what they say scientifically. So I'm just telling you, don't buy into that. They don't buy into it. They're still searching. They like their idea better, but their idea has huge gaps and holes. And their lack of understanding, they get to the precipice where there's only one choice, and that is there's a God who knows them. It's a personal, real person, and that they should be worshiping him. And they turn around and they walk away from that because they want to find a different answer. They don't like that answer. And
There's the guy that they call I guess I'll probably butcher it. The guy who discovered, what is that study, quantum mechanics,
Yes.
quantum physics. It said like whenever you, I don't know, it had something to do with when you get to the bottom of it, God is staring you in the face.
I didn't know we had a bus at church.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
it's
Larry
at
also-
Larry's
And
house.
it's at Larry's house. He's got two. He's got the big one without the seats, and then he's got the 70. He's got
he's
another
got
I
the
want
one.
that bus.
The white. He's got the white one that's painted. The Northwest. It does have a Northwest.
You don't need a CDL? I'm willing to do it. I'm always up early anyway.
Well, you're also. You've got to be there at the church, setting everything up.
Larry and I were talking Sunday about having us doing it for the kids to pick up kids and eventually use it for youth events or kids events.
Depends on the timing of it and who else may emerge who can do what I do better. You know? I can serve God in any purpose at all. It doesn't matter.
By the way, I won't be
It's
here for
time
the
up.
next two Sunday.
We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
I won't be here for tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah.
MRIs tomorrow and sleep study tomorrow night.
Good for
Well,
you.
I'd like to thank everybody for
So
joining
pray
us
for me.
on the morning drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for a couple of classic episodes of Crime Time,
Crime time?
And the other one, Spirit in America.
Spirit in America. Sorry, my brain just kind of passed gas on me there. So, until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
and this has been
The Morning Drive.